of you who are new here probably don't know this. Those of you who have been around for a long time will definitely know this, but I try to cover a little bit of everything here on the channel. Not just necessarily the new stuff, not just necessarily third-party stuff, but we like to kind of dig back into the past every now and again. And I am very honored, very humbled, and very happy to be able to do that today and take a look back at G1 Jazz. He's incomplete, admittedly. This was provided to me by a great friend of the channel, Grimlock Gone. I cannot thank him enough. And there's a little bit of a story and a history with me with this. We're going to dig into everything to do with G1 Jazz and the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all my social media links, all of that down in the description below. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course you can hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. And this is G1 Jazz. Huge thank you to Grimlock Gone for getting this guy for me. Now, I only ever handled this mold once in my life, and I was a young lad when I did. We were at a mall, and I've told this story before, but for the sake of those who don't know it, we were at a local mall, and we left there after I had bought Jazz, and I was in the back seat of the car, and I opened him up, excited as everybody would be to get a new Transformer. And we left, and we went up over a big hill, and down over the other side of said hill, past a radio station, and past just a couple more businesses, down over another hill, on a little bit of a straightaway, and then we went down around a turn that was actually kind of next to a Canadian Tire. Now that's as far as we went, which took a grand total of maybe 5 to 7 minutes. In that time I got Jazz out of his package and broke him in half at the waist, basically. I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't dare tell my parents, because if I did, I figured I'd get in trouble. Little kid, didn't know you could return a broken item to a store. I never told them. I just hid them away, and one day, eventually, I kind of threw out the parts when they would never notice again. And I never ever ventured to have a Jazz after that. So this is a complete treat, because in my life I've only had this mold in my hands for about 5 to 7 minutes, and when I did, I broke it. It was heartbreaking, but fast forward some 35 or so years later, and maybe even a bit more than that, and man, oh man, how glad am I to have this guy. Again, he's not absolutely perfect. There's a bit of discoloration. He is not complete, but he's certainly complete enough that we can see how good he really is. So, without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And yes, today I have a real treat, that being G1 Jazz. As I previously explained, I have little to no experience with this mold because I'm a klutz. It's simple as that. And the brief time I had it, I mean, I was excited. So this is one of those things, like, I've waited years and years and years and years to kind of experience this mold again, so this is brand new to me. No instructions, no accessories, but a huge thank you to Grimlock Gone for providing this to me. My understanding from him is that this is actually an amalgamation of 2 G1 Jazz and probably some extra stickers. I don't think these are the original stickers. I'm pretty sure they might be from Toy Hacks. I don't know for certain. I can't say for sure. I am only kind of taking a shot in the dark. If he sees this, maybe he can clarify for all of us. This has some heft to it. It has die cast, it has plastic, and it has rubber tires and rolls like an absolute champion. Yes, the doors are somewhat discolored. That's unfortunate, but such is life. Some of the hinges are a little bit loose because this is quite old, of course. This is the side. This, of course, is the front. Other side. And the back. That huge spoiler always cracked me up. I know why it's accurate and all this stuff, but it still kind of cracked me up because it never really looked like it belonged. Not to me anyway. The transformation is where I encountered problems as a lad. Hopefully that don't happen here. We will I'll kind of explain as we get there. But yeah, great, fantastic car mode. Really, like the rubber tires really make it roll super duper nice. Underside, by the way, looks like this. The chrome and whatnot still there and very beautiful. So there you go. That's kind of what we got so far. We're going to just kind of reposition things ever so slightly so that we can do the transformation next. Okay, I just wanted to have some room here to work. We begin by picking off the doors. They'll come out to the side. Then we can extend a little bit of the body out. And we should be able to, I believe, next fold down the feet, I think. Get that bit of body up out of the way. Yeah, fold down the feet next. And put what I'm calling the toes up. And then we can extend the legs. And then we can split the legs. And the guy now is able to stand up. He's getting kind of tall. I'm going to reposition things again so that we can do the upper body a little easier. Okay, so for the upper body, very similar really to the Datsuns, where you unpeg the fists, you bring an arm down, and you bring this arm down. These are off to the side. Now, this, call it silver piece, was bent back for vehicle mode, so we bring that up. There are two plastic armatures in here, and they come down into these slots basically. And I think for some reason as a lad I thought you had to turn the body, and that's where my problems came in, because I ended up breaking those. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. We slide the head back and we bring it up, and then these arms flip out and flip out. Make sure I got that head up. And then we should be able to bring that down. Bring down an arm, bring down an arm. Make sure I have the hands oriented so that the little 3mm peg hole is on the top of the hand. But boom, in the end, here we have G1 Jazz in his robot mode. And it's not a hard transformation once you know how to do it. Just me as a lad, like I said, I was a klutz. What do you want? But once he's in robot mode, it's quintessentially Jazz. This is also why a lot of people do like for their Jazz to have the door wings, because the G1 version did in fact have the door wings. In terms of coloration, we're going to have to say the guy's a 10 because, come on, everything else is measured by this, right? In terms of transformation, as long as you do things correctly, it's not too bad. A little more involved than I ever thought it was. I'm going to say it's about a 9. And in terms of the articulation, we'll call it a 5 for the time for what it is. The lower legs don't do anything. I suppose if you really want, his toes can do that and kind of come forward if you want for some reason. I don't know why you would want that. Nothing at the waist, nothing at the knees, of course, but the arms can actually go all the way around. I'm not going to do it right now, I just want to be delicate, but the shoulder can rotate all the way around. Then, just under the shoulder, the arm can actually swivel all the way around, I guess like a bicep swivel we'll call it. But that swivel allows the arm to be out to the side like this. If I wanted to, I could put his arm all the way out to the side, right? But if you turn that, then you also get an elbow, you get a wrist rotation, so the arms are actually really versatile and can do really sort of kind of everything that you might want them to do. Oh, I turned this one the wrong way. Do that, and like that, and that. I'm color me impressed by his articulation for the time, for what it is. It's a lot more than what a lot of G1s had. And as just one last little treat, here he is next to the Reveal the Shield Jazz, a great homage because that jazz does have the door wings, and the Studio Series 86 Jazz, again, a great homage because though he doesn't have the door wings because he's based on being animation accurate, man, you can see that the homage is there from top to bottom. Like I said, this was a character that I wanted as a kid. The only version I ever had as a kid, because I broke this version, was the Action Master Jazz. That was the closest I ever got. So this is a treat beyond belief. Again, a huge thank you to Grimlock On. It feels really good after some 30 plus years to be able to say that I finally have a G1 Jazz to add to my collection. And here we are once again, and here he is. And again, I remember him being bigger because I was a little kid, right? He's your average kind of car size, I suppose. He makes a great car. He has a fairly involved transformation, which I am delicate with, not only because of the age, but because I have broken this guy before. I am so thankful to have this, and it's amazing how both the RTS and the Studio Series 86 are nice homages to this. I get why many people who defer to the kind of G1 plastic and die-cast would want a Jazz with the door wings. I still would have wanted the door wings to be able to fold down, personally speaking. But he looks great. He has decent articulation for the time. I mean, the legs, no. But the arms, I'm kind of surprised with how functional they actually are. I don't want to push them to their limits, but they can do a fair amount for something from G1. He looks great. Obviously, he looks the part. The scores here are naturally skewed. It's G1. It's what all other future offerings of this character were really kind of measured by. This and the animation. Love this guy. So very, very thankful to have him all these years later, and kind of surprised at just how interesting, intricate, and kind of surprising the transformation actually was. Let me know what you think about G1 Jazz. I appreciate you guys coming by. Give me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube. Become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. Don't forget that somehow, someway, you, right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward, baby, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit. Either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way, baby, right here, inside the videos.